All right, you want to open up the file retail sales from Student Share or from Blackboard. And what we're going to do here is do some quick formulas. I want to sum up the totals. I've got these 3 products sold: blazer, jackets, knit tops, miscellaneous vests, over the months January through May. So I want to find out some totals, do a percent of totals, some simple formulas. So first I want to be in this cell B5. I want to sum up all the January numbers. What was our total amount sold in January? So I click on the cell B5 and I hit my auto sum once. What it does, it looks up above for touching values, value, value, and then it sees the label here, January. And it only wants to add up these 3 values, which is correct. If it's correct, you hit your enter key, or hit the auto sum again, or click on this little green check here to enter it in. And then I can autofill it over to the right. I go to the active cell, go to the handler, you get this little autofill symbol, click and hold down, drag it over to May. Beautiful. Same thing for the total for blazer jackets. What was the total sold over these 5 months? So same thing, I click in the cell, hit my auto sum once. Again, here what it did, it looked up above, saw the label total, and then it doesn't want to add that up, and then it looks to the left. It finds these touching values, sees this label in A2, and only adds up the touching values. That's correct. Again, I'm going to enter this in. Again, here, a little trick, instead of just auto-filling it down, clicking and dragging, I go get my autofill and double-click here, and it copies it down to the appropriate cells. What it does here, it looks at actually this cell here, sees it's blank. Again, 3 types of cells in Excel. It's very important. You have label cells, you have value cells, and you have blank cells. So I only copied it down for the appropriate cells. Next here, the percent of total. I want to find, I sold 173,000 blazer jackets out of a total 632,000. Well, what percent is that of my product sold? Something every manager needs to know. So percent of total, it's equal, it's a quick formula. I'm going to take this cell here, the subtotal for blazer jackets, 173,000 sold, divided by the grand total. And then I'm just going to absolute the grand total. There's only one cell that has the grand total. When I copy the formula down, I want it to go G2 to G3, which is the knit tops, and then the miscellaneous vests, but always divided by G5, the grand total. Absolute that. So relative cell address, absolute cell address. Once the formula is done, enter. Don't click any place else. Just enter. And I want to make that a percent. Add a decimal place to it. Remember your quick formatting tools up here at the top. And then I'm just going to copy this all the way down. Quick double click. Does add up to 100%, of course, but again, that's obvious, so I'm going to delete that out. So I can see that knit tops is my biggest seller. Right? And then next comes up blazer jackets. But this is only one part of it. On the next video, we're going to figure out which is selling better, which is selling least over time, and do a couple averages. So we'll move on to the next video. I'm going to stop this one right here, though.